11,000 tons of steel, 2 million rivets, and 8 years of relentless labor. Welcome to Architecture Zone, where every space tells a story. Dive into bold designs, jaw-dropping structures, and the future of architecture. Don't blink. This is how Victorians conquered the Thames. Beneath these waters lie foundations so massive they contain more concrete than the Great Pyramid of Giza. 6,000 ships passed here. Dale and engineers had to build without stopping a single vessel. From this moment, 8 years of extraordinary construction would reshape London forever. The first caisson pierces the Thames, an iron fortress designed to hold back the river itself. Pressurized air kept the Thames at bay while workers excavated beneath the river. These divers earned fortunes for work so dangerous few men would attempt it. Divers carved out foundations for 11,000 tons of steel. Bucket by bucket, the riverbed yielded to human determination. 70,000 tons of concrete would anchor these piers to the earth forever. By 1887, the first pier emerged, while 6,000 ships still sailed past daily. Walls 10 feet thick rose from the foundations, each brick placed with surgical precision. 4 years underwater, and finally the piers broke the surface. Inside each pier, chambers as vast as cathedrals would house the lifting mechanism. Errol's hydraulic cranes lifted 5-ton columns with the precision of a surgeon's hand. 13 million rivets, each heated, thrown, caught, and driven in under 30 seconds. Every rivet was tested by ear. A dull sound meant removal and replacement. By 1891, the skeleton of the North Tower reached toward the London sky. 2 towers rose in parallel, synchronized to the day, the hour, the beam. 2 cranes, 2 towers, 1 30-ton beam fitting to the millimeter. The final bolts slotted perfectly. An extraordinary achievement of precision engineering. The second walkway completed the bridge's spine in the sky. Oak planks formed the walkway floors where pedestrians would cross 42 m above the river. The approach span suspended from cables, each tower supporting 1,400 tons. From ancient Dorset quarries, stonemasons extracted the bridge's Gothic skin. Cornish granite, harder than steel, would armor the base against the Thames tides. Stone by stone, steel skeletons became Gothic towers. Welsh slate crowned the turrets, completing London's new Gothic gateway. Within these walls, the heart of the bridge would beat, powered by Victorian steam. The Lancashire boilers arrived, 18-foot giants that would generate the steam. Armstrong's engines, masterpieces of Victorian engineering, gleamed in their signature green. Water under pressure, 750 pounds per inch, became stored power. Cumulators stored energy beneath iron weights, ready to lift 1,000 tons. Each pivot shaft would bear 1,200 tons, rotating on surfaces polished like mirrors. 400 tons of counterweight balanced 1,200 tons of roadway. Nearly weightless, built upright within the towers, the bascules rose without blocking a single ship. Granite and timber formed the roadway. Smooth enough for carriages, strong enough for elephants. 400 tons of counterweight, positioned to within half an inch of perfect balance. 8 giant cogs would rotate the bascules, teeth meshing with precision watchwork. April 1894, 8 years of work culminated in a single breathless moment. 1,200 tons rose silently. Victorian engineering achieving mechanical perfection. 400 tons of counterweight positioned to within half an inch of perfect balance. Queen Victoria's favorite brown transformed steel into something almost regal. Victorian glaziers fitted windows that would frame London's skyline for generations. Granite sets formed roads designed for the thunder of 1,000 hooves. 1,200 tons of ornamental iron made engineering into art. The final stone crowned 8 years and 31 million bricks. 206 steps spiraled skyward, painted in Queen Victoria's chocolate brown. Hydraulic lifts carried passengers skyward. Victorian convenience at its finest. Gas lamps would make the bridge glow, a beacon on the darkened Thames. Steamrollers tested what horses would cross. The bridge held without a whisper of deflection. Lift after lift, the mechanism proved itself, reliable as the tides it would serve. Sir John Wolfe Barry walked his masterpiece. The Royal Navy's Lieutenant Cader became the bridge's first commander. Every brass fitting polished. June 30, 1894. Royalty christened what Works had built. The cutter Daisy sailed through first, opening a gateway for 10,000 ships to follow. 6,000 lifts in year one. The mechanism never faltered, never failed. New power sources, same Victorian bones. The mechanism remains original. Hidden chambers, vast as cathedrals, still house the beating heart of the bridge. Armstrong's engines stand silent now, preserved masterpieces of the steam age. Glass floors added in 2014 let visitors walk on air 42 above the Thames. 40,000 people daily still crossing on Victorian engineering. Tall ships still sail through. Victorian engineers planned for this. Victorian silhouette, modern illumination, London's beacon through the night. 130 years of Thames tides and every Victorian detail endures. Among modern towers, Victorian engineering still dominates London's river. Preservation teams ensure Victorian craftsmanship endures another century. Victorian precision still meets modern standards. Engineering built to outlast empires. Modern controls command Victorian machinery seamlessly, reliably, perpetually. Millions photograph it yearly. Victorian engineers created an immortal icon. Every sunset paints Victorian engineering in Thames gold. Day becomes night. Century becomes century. The bridge endures. 8 years. 2,000 workers. 11,000 tons of steel compressed into 86 seconds of triumph. From empty Thames to eternal icon. The transformation complete. Purpose fulfilled. Connecting London exactly as Victorians dreamed. Crossing Tower Bridge. Where Victorian vision meets modern motion. 42 above London. Views Victorians and tourists share alike. 9 centuries of history meet 130 years of engineering. Heraldic shields proclaim London's authority, carved to outlast the empire that placed them. Turrets pierce London's sky. Silhouettes recognized across the globe. The Thames remains as it was before the bridge, as it will be long after. Gateway to London's heart, still commanding the river's passage. Every angle reveals Victorian genius. Symmetry perfected in stone and steel. Before they were icons, they were being built.